Hi everyone, for this week's speech I will be talking about the misunderstandings of one specific dog breed. So do you know which dog breed is the most misunderstood in the world? It is the pit bull. This dog breed has been made in media and portrayed as a violent dog. The only time people hear stories of pit bulls is if there was an attack or a fatality. Then when there is media coverage, we don't get the full story. Pit bulls are more than just violent dogs. They are intelligent, good family dogs and loving. But they are dogs. Pit bulls' misunderstandings come from misidentification and negligence of owners. And according to Gunter, Barber, and Wayne, one complication in understanding the risk posed by pit bulls is identifying these dogs. And according to Worrell, there are four types of pit bulls. The American Pit Bull Terrier, which originated in 1889, which was bred for fighting. But the next three, they were confirmed show breed dogs, which is the American Staffordshire Terrier, the Staffordshire Bull Terrier, and then the American Bully, which was derived from the American Staffordshire Terrier. According to Worrell, the fact that they get lumped in is part of the problem because we're basing things on what they look like and not necessarily on what they are. So I'm not saying that pit bulls are not aggressive. They are, because they are dogs, but a solution to this aggressiveness is to spay or neuter your pit bulls. And the misidentification of these dogs is a real big thing because when people get attacked, they see that it's short coat hair and it has a bigger skull, and then they automatically lump them together as just pit bulls, when actually there are four types of pit bulls. So now, according to Ebersole, no matter how much the preceding factors influence dog behavior, most animal experts agree that humans are ultimately responsible for fatal dog attacks. In addition, genetics may load the gun, but it requires human action or a responsibility to pull the trigger. And a pet's behavior is partly determined by its upbringing, health, and training, all things for which the owner is responsible for. So owners of pit bulls, they are the ones in charge of what the dog will do. And if they train the dog to be fighting dogs, then of course there's going to be problems, there's going to be aggressiveness. But if you train that dog correctly, you won't see these things happen and you won't see these dogs act out and attack people for no reason. And now I'll be talking about my personal experience with pit bulls. So I grew up with pit bulls in my childhood. And even now, I have had 3 pit bulls. The first one was Bear, which was a blue-nosed American Staffordshire Terrier. Then next was Girly, and she was a red-nosed American Pit Bull Terrier. And the last one that I have had, his name was T-Pain, and he was the son of Bear, which was the blue-nosed American Staffordshire Terrier. And with all 3 of these pit bulls, they were all trained, they were all really good, and the only time they acted out or showed signs of aggressiveness was towards strangers or when something was going on and they could tell that something was not right. But with these 3 pit bulls, they were family dogs. They never had a problem during family functions. They never acted out towards family members or kids. They were great with the kids, and kids were jumping all over them, touching them, pulling tails, and everything that kids do. But they never once acted out or showed signs of aggressiveness. And we never left them alone with each other or alone anywhere unless we were out of the house. Then they would be there to protect the home. And I have family members who also own pit bulls. And they bring them around too, and those pit bulls also, they never acted out. There's never any altercations or any attacks that we are aware of, and they were always around family. The only time, again, that they acted out was towards strangers or people they didn't know. So in conclusion, there are a lot of misidentification of the pit bulls. Again, we look at what they look like. Oh, they have bigger heads and shorter fur, then they're pit bulls. And with problems that pit bulls have, is largely influenced by the negligence of owners. Again, pet behavior is partly determined by its upbringing, health, and training, all things for which the owner is responsible for, and we are in control of those pit bulls. So like I said, if they are bred to fight, they will show aggressiveness. But if they're bred and trained the right way, then there won't be any signs of those things. And through my personal experience, pit bulls are not necessarily bad dogs. They're great family dogs and they're a great companion. So thank you for your time, and I hope with this information you have learned more about how pit bulls are misunderstood.